The top 10 takeaways from the battle at the BATB12 Round 1 match between Paul Rodriguez and Nyjah Huston are the following. Hello, and thank you for joining another episode of Dumb Data, where we break down the numbers so you don't have to. In this breakdown, we'll take a look at 10 noteworthy callouts from the third battle in the Icons section of the current season in Battle at the Berrics. What can we unpack from this star-studded matchup? Let's take a look and dive into some data. Number 10. The differing demeanors of Nyjah and P-Rod. I was cheesing ear to ear from the start to the finish of this death blow video. Nyjah's the most winning contest skater in history, and he doesn't know what a cab big flip is?
Death blow trick for me, I would have to go with fakie big flip and then an extra 180. Or like fakie big flip 180, whatever you call it.
How does Nyjah not know he never made it to the finals in Battle at the Berrics?
I think I might have made it to a final back in the day, a long time ago.
Bro, you never made it past round 3, my guy. And that was in your first season back in Battle at the Berrics 5. No one's taking away the trophies and accomplishments you've actually achieved, Nyjah, but for you to sit there and say that you even might have made it to the Battle at the Berrics finals when you know damn well Mike Moe and Shane O'Neill prevented that is hilarious. That being said, I can't help but just love this dude. He's not humble, but he's not a totally arrogant either. And I think that combination that makes up his personality is why Nyjah gets memed every time he says something. On a different wave of energy, we've got one of the most self-effacing, legendary skaters of our time, P-Rod, just kind of smirking about this match and underselling how lethal his nollie late flip is.
We'll see what happens.
Paul comes off as being genuinely grateful to still be part of the community, which just makes me respect him even more.
I stand back and I think of everything as if I was a little kid, and like if I was a little kid who's just a fan of skateboarding.
Oh yeah, and you could argue that it was pretty obvious P-Rod won this match before we even saw it based on some insta-dang activity. P-Rod posted a good game pic with Nyjah at the Berrics, and Nyjah posted a clip of him crooking the rail of his hotel balcony in Arizona around the same time. Do you really think Nyjah would have asked to get a pic with P-Rod and posted on IG after losing? Number 9. The perfect recipe. Two gods colliding in a fun game of flat ground skate at the Berrics with a hyped crowd and 2 fun refs are all the ingredients that, when cooked over some heated competition, turns out to be the tastiest battle we've probably seen in this season so far. P-Rod and Nyjah never battled each other in flat ground at the Berrics before this match, adding to the buzz of what could go down. Number 8. The beginning. Nyjah's competitive drive to not lose means he starts the match with a questionable first trick, the switch heel flip. There are much more illegal tricks to start off a game of skate with than switch heels, and thankfully P-Rod can shrug off a switch heel like it ain't no thing. Nyjah finally deals P-Rod a letter with the cab flip. Nothing else would shake Paul before Nyjah misses one of the tournament's most notorious tricks for causing turnovers and getting letters, the Rickflip. Number 7. The middle. With Paul now in control, he turns down the temperature a little bit and brings it back to the fundamentals with a switch kickflip. This is a respectful way of Paul to give Nyjah some time to land a few easier tricks in front of the internet before throwing down a switch big spin to give the first letter. 215 switch backside big spins have been attempted in Battle at the Berrics. 45 letters have been delivered from this trick, and Nyjah can claim 3 of those. Whether P-Rod studied Nyjah's weaknesses or just picks the right tricks at the right time, a switch backside big spin was a wise choice, because Nyjah's never landed one at Battle at the Berrics. Paul made quick work of getting Nyjah to letter T with a switch backside flip, a switch big flip, and a nollie frontside 360 kickflip. I see the nollie front 3 kickflip as Paul's way of saying "F you, Nyjah," for the cab flip letter S. What could have been a short and sweet match after one turnover ends up leading us closer to the battle's final act, after P-Rod misses his first attempt at the nollie late flip death blow. Number 6. The final act part 1. Nyjah has just been given a second chance to win this thing, and gets right to it with the bigger flips. Paul lands bolts but leans a little too far forward on the nollie bigger flip, resulting in letter K. A cab big flip from Nyjah isn't replicated by P-Rod. And now the match is A to T. Nyjah tries again for the Rickflip, missing it for the second time in this match. Paul once again controls the match, but his death blow doesn't flip fast enough and he immediately turns it back over to Nyjah, taking us to number 5, the final act part 2. Third time's a charm, and moving at the speed of light, Nyjah finally lands the Rickflip, but Paul does too. Nyjah reminds us that he's got a good handle on lasers. In fact, Nyjah's now 3 for 3 on laser flips. But Paul's landed 10 before this match and wagged his finger accordingly while Manny gets buck. Boo reverses a bad call against Nyjah for a clean nollie backside 360 heel flip, but alas, Paul isn't phased. Even though Paul and Nyjah are going mad slow on these tricks, the buttery ass execution is appreciated. Nyjah desperately reaches into the bag with the hopes of tying this match up with a backside 360 kickflip, but the trick's 34.49% success rate rings true, and Paul now gets his third opportunity to shut down this battle. Number 4. The final act part 3. Paul doesn't know what to do with his hands when he stomps the nollie late flip.
We're real happy with what was going on.
Although he tic-tacs 7 times and lands sideways, Nyjah's defensive effort is approved and the originally planned death blow requires Paul to make an alternative strategy. Another wise choice from P-Rod with the nollie hard flip, Nyjah has never landed one in battle at the Berrics. But under pressure, Nyjah can overcome the odds, and apart from one tic-tac, he lands the nollie hard flip relatively cleanly on the last try on defense. For those conspiracy theorists out there, the mystery person who told P-Rod the winning trick could be another wrinkle in this season's controversies. Paul kind of lands it enough for Boo to approve, which, again, is a little weird considering how tough he was on Nyjah's clean nollie backside 360 heel. This trick was a first for Nyjah in battle at the Berrics, and it is one that he couldn't roll away from in this match. Paul wins the match and secures a spot to compete in round 2. Number 3. Good sportsmanship. Let's be honest, both these dudes wanted to win, and they duked it out like the tough competitors they are. One person must walk away the winner and another the loser. But thanks to their mutual respect and good sportsmanship, we're all winners after this battle, except Nyjah. He definitely lost and is eliminated. Number 2. Consistency. Prior to this match, P-Rod's consistency rate was 81.08%. After this battle, his consistency improved to 81.36%. Nyjah's 79.14% consistency rate before this match dropped about 0.5% to 78.45% after his loss. Number 1. What's next for P-Rod? Looking ahead, Paul will need to battle Grizzly Grip founders Tori Pudwill. Tori's been to the finals twice, once in Season 2 and again in Season 3, where both times he lost the finals battle to that respective season's champion, including P-Rod from Season 3. This is P-Rod's 18th win in a Battle at the Berrics match, including the 3rd season championship match against PJ Ladd. Will Tori surprise us with an upset in this rematch? Well, that pretty much covers the top 10 takeaways from Paul Rodriguez versus Nyjah Huston Battle at the Berrics 12 Round 1 match. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to Dumb Data, click the notification bell to stay on top of new episodes, and drop a like if you enjoyed this breakdown. See you on the next Dumb episode.